EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
That's it. We're going to work. Might go right in. Danny.
A first down throw for Prescott. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And this will be a touchback as that... Sails over the end line.
Here we go. 180! You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! You gonna see me in your nightmares!
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Deep ball for Goodwin. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Check. Watch 54.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Eye down these two. 40! You remember me? Let's go, man. Yellow. Hamlet. 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
10. Wait. 54. Right, 54. 15. I'm coming. Under 10. 10.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Steps away to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They run with Breida. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more of the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo looking sideline, incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. We're scoreless after 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Yellow. There's a little lady. Oh, you got deep?
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Buying time to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to be 49er football. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
11.
At the 25.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line.
Yellow. 180.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. They will run with Ware. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Room here to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. Gets this one to Hill. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Mike 50. Pick it up. 21. Here we go.
On first down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
One, Omaha.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15. Hey, let's go. Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Yeah, let's get set.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this is caught by Watkins. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. On the return is Pettis. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here we go. Get him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
13. 5.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again, to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. They complete it to Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill.